Some statistics simply got here out these days about the XRP ETF. I'm going to bespeak me approximately some of the timeframes, while we will expect it to hit exchanges and have exposure to that institutional investor money. Also, a few huge information for Ripple, because we've got some familiar names I'm going to be talking about, inclusive of the CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, and what his new role ought to imply for Ripple and for XRP, and pretty frankly, the rest of the crypto marketplace, due to the fact there is some large names floating around which might be being stated with Brad Garlinghouse. So I'm going to tell you what the ones' names are and what they may be actually being mentioned, and the way they could have an effect on the crypto marketplace in particular within the United States. Hey everybody, my name is Randy. Welcome, returned, to the Late Night Grinded. Right now on the channel, we are masking cryptocurrency, news, funding markets, and private finance. So if all or any the one subject's hobby you, move beforehand and hit that subscribe button. Join the Late Night Grind network. If you do a couple of factors, I'd appreciate it. Smash the thumbs up button and watch this video all the manner to the end. Also, take into account to hit that bell notification icon. That way you'll be notified once I release a brand new video. So if you do all that, I'd significantly appreciate it. All right, guys, allows soar into it. So the primary component I desired to talk approximately became news concerning Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, and a capacity new function for him. Now, this simply hit the information earlier these days as him being one of the names, one of the main candidates to be tapped as an advisor to the White House's Cryptocurrency Council. Now, it is now not official, but he does appear to be one of the leading names to be tapped. That might be big for Ripple, that could be big for XRP, specifically if you're looking at the mainstream adoption, in case you're searching at mainstream investor money, institutional cash. We're talking about banks, the use of them, much like they're already in Japan. Most of the banks in Japan already using XRP for settlement. The banks in the United States might be open to that as properly, particularly now that the Trump management goes whole hog on cryptocurrencies, that making sure that banks are able to certainly provide custodial offerings and cryptocurrency services to their customers. This is all very big news for the cryptocurrency marketplace as a whole, however, even in particular for XRP. Now, what he may be leading is an advisory function of a cryptocurrency committee, and this committee, from what I read, has some big names which are additionally being discussed in terms of them being ability committee contributors to help lead the Trump management of their crypto policies in any litigations, probably going to be discussions with the SEC, House Financial Services Committees and the such. And I did need to mention a number of the alternative names in the crypto world, which can be also going to be added to this committee, or at the least being mentioned as being delivered to this committee. We have Marco Santori, who's the former felony recommend at Kraken, who had a massive win in advance this YR. Frank Shapiro, who is the host of the cryptocurrency podcast referred to as The Scoop. Jeremy Allaire, who is the CEO of Circle, and Brian Armstrong, who is the CEO of Coinbase. Interestingly, lots of the ones have all had their run-ins with the SEC, and so having them on a cryptocurrency council, you already know wherein that is going to guide, with the Trump management being absolutely pro-crypto. And now a Trump choose leading the SEC, and now you've got a cryptocurrency advisory committee with maximum of these guys on board in term, such as their legal counsels. This goes to be a big time for America inside the cryptocurrency marketplace, regardless of while this bull run is going on, or when it is going to complete out with the undergo marketplace might do. Is it going to be as deep of an endure market? Mainly if there may be light touch regulation happening within the United States and their intention to make blockchain, the US a blockchain chief of the sector. So we should see glaringly the Trump administration is moving speedy on many exceptional fronts. However, having the CEO of Ripple as the head guide to the White House's Cryptocurrency Council is large news for Ripple, for XRP, and for crypto as an entire. Now on back to the Ripple, the front, there may be something very exciting I wanted to be aware due to the fact now the case of the SEC versus Ripple isn't absolutely officially over, even though we're technically calling it that. You can see it took any other step in the direction of that being respectable. That being one of the SEC's top litigators towards Ripple. His name is Jorge Tenreiro, and he's been on this situation in case you've been following any of the documents, any of the paperwork. This has been happening against Ripple for decades. I've stated his call many distinct times as he has been on this situation. Gary Gensler has put him on this example. In truth, just more than 1 month in the past, Gensler made him top litigator in the ongoing appeal of the Ripple case. Well, clearly interesting is the truth that simply the other day, Jorge Tenreiro has been moved to the IT services department. It looks like he's been eliminated from the Ripple case altogether. Now, this may be very huge information. This might be foretelling, or maybe they are simply replacing him. Who is aware of? The SEC has already removed 50 extraordinary lawyers off of the Cryptocurrency Enforcement Department and moved them some other place. So if that gives you any indication in terms of what the Trump management wants to do with cryptocurrency marketplace, you need to appearance none apart from what is going on at the SEC. Now, before I talk approximately the XRP ETF and some of the timings, I desired to say that in case you do any cryptocurrency trading, you do it on BitFi, their associate of the late night time grind. There's a hyperlink inside the description below. You can trade cryptocurrencies, all coins, via XRP. You can do it with leverage. You can also replica exchange. They simply delivered replica trading. You can copy buyers, which can be doing extremely nicely, have them exchange for you, and they may just take a small part of your income. Also, in case you deposit $100 or extra, get your person ID, you may get access to a loose trading alerts group. Now these trading signals were spot on. I've been looking at them and they have an incredibly excessive win price. It makes trading so much easier. It definitely is a recreation changer. Go in advance and check out the link within the description underneath. Okay? So now permits move to the XRP ETF due to the fact I noted this in my last video, and I'm going to be following this all the way through. Because numerous reviews that I noticed said those XRP ETFs have been going to be accepted quickly. Now, what does quickly mean?